guy that taught me a lot about dividends, his name is Charles Carlson. He's the guy that really got me on this dividend thing. And he's the author of a number of really wonderful books on investing. And also he writes a newsletter called The DRIP Investor. And DRIP stands for Dividend Reinvestment Program. And he's written a lot of books. One of the last book he wrote is right up there at the top, The Little Book of Big Dividends. It's really a very simple read, but a very powerful read that is a good explanation of the dividend process. He also created, when this book came out, this website, bigsafedividends.com, which is a free website. You do have to register, put in your email address or something like that. But it has a lot of really great information. He takes it through the dividend process. Let me see what's here. There's a real important statistic that you can very easily determine on your own, but this does it for you, called the dividend payout ratio, and it's this column here. Okay, I know it's not easy for you all to read, but you can go to the website later on. And this is something that's really important. The dividend payout ratio is based upon how much does the company make and how much of that dividend do they pay to the shareholders in the form of dividend. So that comes up as a percentage. If a company makes $1 and they pay out 50 cents of that dollar to the investors in dividends, the payout ratio is 50%. Okay. The historical average for all the companies in the S&P 500 is about a payout ratio of 52%. Right now, the payout ratio for the companies is about 38%, which is very, very low, which means companies are sitting on a lot of money and they have the money available and they will be increasing their payouts. So you're going to see a lot more of that. Hardly a week goes by that I don't see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 companies announce a dividend increase, and they're good ones there. But as a rule of thumb, what you want to do is probably look at companies that have their dividend payout ratio below 50% for all intents and purposes. That's kind of just a general guideline. It could be a little bit higher if that's historically been their ratio, but for the most part, I think you'll look here and you'll see most of them are certainly in that range. There's a few. The first one happens to be at 65%. Is that, yeah? But most of them are below the 50 mark. And again, some of them, they just some of them don't even pay out dividends, but most companies do these days. Every one of the 30 stocks in the Dow Jones Industrial Average does pay a dividend.